Right, hey ladies and gents, Jack here from Peach Guitars. Today I want to show you something quite cool and interesting. I mean, you can already tell. This is definitely not your run-of-the-mill guitar review. And no, I haven't become massive. These guitars are actually a little bit smaller than usual. So what Epiphone have done is they've tried to reach out, I guess maybe to younger players who are just starting, but they also really make the point quite clear that this is not just for beginners and for kids. This is a fully fledged instrument. So this is the Power Player Les Paul, and we've got the SG as well. And I have to say, when I heard that they were going to be doing this, I thought, okay, it's just going to be another one of those sort of gimmicky things that appeals mainly to kids and people just starting out guitar if they don't want something too unwieldy and, you know, all the rest of it. We've seen that before. They've done it before. You've seen tons of half-size, three-quarter size guitars and so on. This sits somewhere around the 7/8 kind of scale. I haven't been able to quite wrap my head quite around the numbers yet. But basically this is a 22.73 inch scale. So you can tell why I haven't been able to be that accurate in determining kind of the fractionally how this compares to a full-size guitar. But you'll see a couple of images on screen right now of these compared to their full-size Gibson counterparts. They're not actually comically small. Like I kind of expected them to be, you know, unwieldy. If you're used to playing full-size guitars, stuff like this often just comes across as a little bit of a gimmick. But genuinely, I've had a lot of fun playing these, as you're probably going to be able to tell from the video clips that you see. So once you get used to it, obviously you just have to be aware of not putting too much pressure on the strings. If you do wobble the neck a little bit, there is going to be a little bit of that pitch. Basically, it's a free chorus pedal if you get used to sort of doing a little bit of that. Bolt-on neck construction with a mahogany neck and a mahogany body. So it's actually, you know, if you're into the whole tone woods kind of thing, it's fairly decent. You know, it's not super cheap, nasty woods or anything like that. It feels like a quality instrument. And I have to say, the colours that they've chosen as well, this lava red and ice blue on the SG that we've got here today, I think they look pretty smart. I think they look pretty special. And most importantly of all, it sounds great. So you've got full-sized humbucking pickups. These are Epiphone 650R in the neck, 700T in the bridge, with the standard Epiphone Gibson controls. 2 volumes, 2 tones. And, much to my relief, it sounds pretty good. Let me give you a couple of examples here, just clean. There's really nice kind of distinct characters between all of the pickup selections. Sometimes on these smaller, more inexpensive guitars, you find that all the sounds just kind of come out sounding pretty much the same no matter what you do to the controls. Check this out. So you'll hear what I mean there about the tuning. You know, you just got to kind of ease up on your grip a little bit on the strings. But when you do that, you can start to have a lot of fun, especially if you want to venture higher up the neck. It's just genuinely a lot of fun to play around with. So I guess who is this for really? Well, I kind of touched on it in the introduction there. It's mainly going to be for a first guitar, I suppose. And I've got to say, as first guitars go these days, you're spoiled for choice. There really are bad options out there. You know, you can buy any guitar from any brand, really to any price point, and you're going to get a good quality instrument if it is your first guitar. But if you're a kid, and I remember being a kid starting to play guitar, sometimes it is a little bit daunting to think of a full-size instrument. You get it in your hands for the first time, you sit down with it, the neck's way out here, the body's way down there, everything just feels a little bit off. I would guess, and I can't speak for them because I am not a child, but I think this is going to be very comfortable if it is your first guitar that you've ever held. And if you're a parent and you're buying it for your kid, and inevitably maybe they decide it's not for them after a few weeks, no matter how much you try and encourage them, so what, right? You've got a fairly affordable, comfortable guitar that you yourself can have a lot of fun with as well. So it's kind of the best of all worlds if you're in this kind of price point looking for this kind of instrument experience. I just genuinely think it's really a lot of fun. And I'm just going to quickly plug in the SG and just kind of describe the feel differences, because they're basically the same in construction, electronics, scale, everything is the same, it's just the different body styles, and yet they do feel quite distinctly different. So let me just grab that and we'll talk about it quickly. So, got the SG in the ice blue finish. I think this is probably my favourite of the two finishes, though they're both actually really quite nice. I'd quite like to see these finishes make their way to full-sized Epiphone guitars as well. The SG, just because of the slightly elongated body, and obviously if you're used to an SG, if you've ever played one before, you know they suffer from the neck dive situation. But proportionally, everything feels a little bit more solid here. You don't have that. And I remember one of my first guitars ever was an SG, and I always struggled with that, especially when you're young and a bit smaller. You don't really have that here. The body is way more solid, feels a lot more sort of in balance to everything, and tonally, you've got a lot of the same, well, the exact same tones really as the Les Paul. Let me show you. Now, nobody's going to buy these guitars to be tone machines, but it doesn't sound bad actually, does it? I mean, I'm using the normal rig that we demo everything else through that you'll have seen on the channel. Sounds really good. These humbuckers do a really good job. If you really were so inclined, you could upgrade the pickups and the pots and so on and make a little project out of it, but I think straight out of the box, it's a pretty good package. And speaking of the package, you actually get quite a lot with this. So if it is your first guitar, you come ready set up because you get a little gig bag with it, you get a strap, you get some picks, and you get a guitar cable as well. So everything you need, apart from the amplifier, is taken care of for you. These guitars will be available on our website. You can click the link down in the description box below to head there and check them out for yourself. I should have pointed out, by the way, that both colours are available on both bodies. So if you want the Les Paul in red or blue, or the SG in red or blue, you can have any of those options. And you'll be able to check out the pricing information, see the information further on our website, and hopefully back up everything I've said. Hopefully everything I've told you in this video is true. But I just wanted to kind of put across how much I enjoyed playing it. Hopefully you'll see that in the video clips. I hope that you enjoy the sounds, and like I say, if you want any more info, all will be available at our website. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of these little Epiphone power player guitars. I think they're pretty cool. Let me know what you think. If you haven't seen our videos before, by the way, make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything that we post in the future. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. Take care. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.